Hello and welcome to Timm's BMW Repairs and Information. And this is the final part of Tyres on the Drive mangled my alloy. To bring you very quickly up to date, I had 8 tyres changed by Tyres on the Drive, which is Halfords in the UK, on the 8 series and on the 6 series. Marvellous job, didn't scuff or break anything. Excellent technician, took his time, did a fantastic job, lovely bloke. Only problem I had was that the rear right on the 6 series on this car, so yeah, the eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed I'm actually driving the 6 series instead of the 8 series for a change. Yeah, so the rear right started deflating by about a couple of PSI a day. Now the work that Tyres on the Drive do is guaranteed, so absolutely no problem at all. Just got in touch with them and said, I'm afraid one of my tyres is going flat. Yeah, no problem at all, sir. Yeah, we'll bring a technician out and he'll sort it all out for you. Well, waited a couple of days. Of course, I'm at work, car's at home, and this is what happened. Yeah, we had some animal came out and mangled my alloy, and that's where we started, and that was 19th of October, which is a month and a couple of days from today, so it's been a long time. So yeah, we completely mangled the alloy, wasn't happy, and I said to Halfords, got in touch with them, I said, no, this really isn't good enough. I want a brand new BMW alloy and I want you to come out and fit it and put the tyre on it. Nah, they said, nah, we're not liable for any damage. If you look at the small print, we're not liable. Well, I don't care what the small print says. If you mangle something, you fix it. I mean, it's only common decency at the end of the day, isn't it? Anyway, they sort of caved in slightly and said, well, what we'd do is we'll bring out a mobile refinisher. Yep. The ones which come out and sort of pop out little dents in your car. Yeah, I didn't see that was going to work, but I went along with it just to keep them happy. And yeah, the mobile refinisher phoned up and said, we're on our way, sir. We're coming to have a look at your alloy, which is damaged. I said, you do powder coating, don't you? And you know it's got a crack in it and it's losing air. Oh, I better have a word with my supervisor. So he phoned back a couple of hours later and he said, nah, we can't do that, sorry. Yeah, so Halfords obviously heard the news and said, oh goodness, well, we can't fix it. What we'll do is we'll send another technician to your home, and what he'll do is he'll take the alloy away and take it to a proper refinisher's. Oh, that's a good idea. And he got in touch a couple of days later. We can't find a refinisher that's open. So I found one in Basingstoke, up near where old Matt Dennis works on Long Life Exhaust. I think it was called Star Alloys or Top Alloys or something like that. Had a word with him. He said, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can weld it, no problem at all. But we need to see the alloy to see if we can match the colour. So, Halfords turned up. Had a very nice technician called Josh, lovely bloke, and not only did Josh do the work, but he actually gave me a call and said, I'm really sorry what Halfords has done to you. And now that's the first proper apology I've had, so I was very pleased to hear from Josh, lovely bloke, owns BMWs himself, and he'd be very cross if something like that happened to his alloy. So yeah, so anyway, Josh took the alloy off, left it up on my axle stands. I couldn't find my winter, well, I could find my winter alloys. Couldn't get them out of the whole that of wind though, unfortunately. Excuse me. So yeah, he took the alloy away. A couple of days later, get a phone call from Halfords. Sorry that the alloy refinishing company can't match the colour. Oh goodness. But what we do is if you buy a brand new alloy from BMW, we'll pay you back for it. So we are where we should have been a month ago, but there you go. So yeah, I bought a brand new alloy from BMW, 525 including VAT. Not cheap, lovely and shiny. Here is me getting it out of the box. Yeah, lovely. I do like new stuff that comes in boxes, but There you go, a lovely new alloy. And Halford said, yeah, I've got in touch with Halfords, and they said, yeah, we'll be around in a couple of days. And a couple of days later, a lovely bloke called George came round. Now, he's a BMW enthusiast as well. He's got a few 320s, 328s now, of course, because he fitted M52 engines to them, the lovely straight six that was used in the E38, well, where I know it from anyway, yeah, great engines. Anyway, he was a BMW enthusiast, and he put it on with gloves on his hand, making sure he wasn't going to even put a fingerprint on them. And I thought, that was just about, that's got to be it, hasn't it? No, they didn't have the centre cap for the alloy. But we're almost there, we're smidging away, and the very next day they went back to the alloy refinishers in Basingstoke and got me my centre cap, and I stuck it on this morning. So here we are, out in the 650 with 4 lovely Falken tyres and 4 lovely shiny alloys. So it took over a month. I mean, it's a month and 2-3 days now since my alloy got mangled, but I persevered. It was a shame I couldn't use the car for 3 weeks because the tyre was going so flat, well, going flat so quickly, and of course it was probably dangerous. And also I purposely haven't replied to any of the comments, and they've been fantastic, so thank you very, very much for all the comments you left on all 3 episodes. That really kept me going through it. And not only that, of course, I copied all the comments and pasted them on the email I sent to Halfords. Now, I was dealing with a guy called Aidan, and I actually spoke to him on the phone. He was a lovely bloke, he really was. He was a nice bloke. And really, Halfords is a good company. It's, you know, it's a huge company in the UK, and he was really nice to me. And Halfords have got to try and do everything as cheaply as possible. Obviously they're not going to make any money if they just buy a brand new alloy, so they tried all other methods, and when all other methods failed, they bought me the new alloy. Oh, it's getting foggy now. I'll put my fog lights on. Don't use them that often. There we go, fog lights on. So one of the questions would be, would you ever use Halfords again? Yes, I would. Absolutely, no problem at all. I mean, the original work was done fantastically, and yeah, I didn't have any complaints at all. Was the alloy cracked before the tyres were put on? No, I don't think so, for 2 reasons. Firstly, I wasn't losing any pressure over the time that I've had this car. I've never lost any pressure. And secondly, well, when Josh took the damaged alloy off of my car, he took the tyre off of it very kindly so my wife could take a few pictures of it. Here's a picture of it. Now, if you look at that crack, that's on a dirty alloy. That's obviously on the inside of the rim, and you can see that that crack is very shiny and obviously hasn't been there long at all. So the possibility is that Halfords cracked the alloy when they first changed all 4 tyres. I don't know that for sure. I couldn't possibly say, but it does seem rather likely that that is the case. So, yeah, so here we are today. I've got, my car's lovely again. I love the Falkens on the car. It make the car so much more competitive. Well, competitive, but it gives much more performance. I'm much happier on the corners. Yeah, very happy with the Falken tyres, and I was very happy with Halfords themselves doing the job on the 840, because they did it without scuffing the alloys. They obviously saw the alloys and decided, I've got to be very careful here. It's just unfortunately one feeble chain in the link, I'm afraid, which is the bloke that came out and mangled it in the first place. So there we go then. Thank goodness that's all over. I'm happy to be in the 650 again. It's lovely to drive, fantastic car. So much performance. I'm not going to use any performance today because I've decided to go home the pretty way so I can talk to you. Yep, thanks for the comments again. And yeah, I am not going to answer them personally because there are absolutely hundreds of them and you've been absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that, because that really did keep me going in the dodgy old times of having a car up on axle stands and it looking like it wasn't going to go anywhere for a while. So there we go. I can now get on with my other videos, which is the performance increase in the E31s and E38s and 39s and E32s. I've got the final one to do for that, so I'm very glad that now the Halfords thing's all over. My car's going again, because the old 8 Series has had a good old trouncing. It has. Last 3 weeks it's been used every day, so there we go. Oh, just love the 650's power. That is just fantastic, the power you can get from these cars. So enjoyable to drive in, and no worries about losing traction with the Falken FK510s on it. It transforms the car, it really does. The decent tyres is the making of this car, it really is. So anyway, please subscribe. Thanks for all your comments. I look forward to seeing the comments on the final part, and I'll see you next time. Thanks very much. Touch the brakes into third. Haven't touched the brakes yet. Here we go, just a touch of the brakes to get around the corner. Third gear will be absolutely perfect. This, get right on the apex. Oh, Falkens are gripping nicely. Oh, look at the power through them. That's fantastic. Wouldn't have been able to do that with the run flats on, that's for sure. There we go, one more blast. There we go, that's the way to do it. Slow down. Someone's sure to be wanting to go left there. And there we go, into the second. Oh, that's absolutely lovely. I do love driving the 650, but not using sports mode. Big lorry? Nah, no problem. The old Falkens on there. Oh, fantastic grip. There we go, and up to 80.